Howdy folks, and welcome back to Dungeon Meshi. I'm a little bit nervous about this upcoming episode, just based on part of the title. Episode 4 is titled Stewed Cabbage and Orcs, and the Orcs part is the bit that I'm having trouble gelling with here, because it's the first time that we've had something in a title that is, how do I put this? I don't want to say sentient, but like something that has higher thought, right? It would be akin to saying dwarf or elf or, you know, something along those lines. At least my understanding of fantasy, you know, from like Lord of the Rings, Warcraft stuff, from what I think I know about D&D as well, is that orcs are just like beings, just like you and me, right? Just like, you know, like a race that you can pick to play as, basically. I mean, you can pick pretty much anything in D&D, but like this is something that can speak. This is something that can strategize and plan. It's no monster like they've been eating the whole time. So I'm really curious to see what they do here. I hope our characters don't dive into like kind of borderline evil shit here in this one. I have faith in the series. It hasn't steered me wrong yet. The series has been an absolute delight to watch, and I'm excited to see what this episode has in store. A little nervous still, but still excited. The last episode was incredible. We are back to just 2 segments here, so giving both of these hopefully the good enough time to breathe. And I, you know, excited to come back to this now that I've had a taste, no pun intended, of an episode with 2, an episode with 3, and an episode with 1. Kind of to go back to the 2 just to kind of see how that pacing feels after the last couple, which have been 3 and then 1. So, hey. But like I said, I've been enjoying this series a lot, and I hope you have as well. I'm going to scooch over here as I get ready to start recording this. As of right now, only the first one has hit the timeline. Episode 2 is coming out tomorrow as I'm recording this. So that one did pretty well by my standards. So thank y'all for watching that. I hope you've come back to watch episode 2, 3, and now this one. And hey, I'm just happy. I'm happy I'm watching this. I'm happy y'all are watching me watch this. So thank you for watching me watch this one. Do all the YouTube things. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you see when more of these come out, as well as leave a like on the video and leave a comment. Let me know what you think of this episode. If I truly don't know what I'm in store for, leave a, oh no, you poor idiot, as I like to say, for reactions that I just have no idea what I'm in for. Because, you know, that's how I feel when I watch reactions to big episodes of shows like, oh, you poor fools. You just have no clue, do you, what's in store for you. I doubt they're going to get anything super heavy this early in the series. I could be completely wrong, but who knows. Yeah, I guess the last thing to do is to get on watching it, but not before I remind you that if you want to see any of these Dungeon Meshi reactions uncut, unedited, or anything else that I'm doing for that matter, there's a link to the Patreon down in the description below. Hopefully by the time you see this one, they've fixed their video issue that they're having over on the site. Because as of right now, I can't upload anything. So I hope by the time you're seeing this, that's been all well and fixed. It should. It's about 2 weeks away. Oh, I don't know what I'm gonna do if I can't post any videos there for 2 weeks. Issue refunds to people? I don't even know if I can do that. Regardless, let's get started watching Dungeon Meshi episode 4, Stewed Cabbage and Orcs. Starting up in 3, 2, 1, go. And while the OP plays for this one, I've been talking about the food tier list, and I've been kind of saying where things are in relation to other things, but I haven't straight up gone into the tier list itself and where things stand right now. So I am going to read the actual sheet of paper that I've been writing these down on as it stands as of right now. So at the very top, we have Hot Pot, followed by Roast Basilisk, Kakiage, Omelet, Tart, Living Armor. In that order. Nor do I feel the need to revise any of my positions. However I feel as I'm watching the episode, that's where it stays. And also, before I forget again, I guess the first time we got the OP, I was just too busy being like, oh, we have an OP to watch. But my tea for today is Vanilla Komuro. I am almost out of this one. I'm going to be very sad when it's gone. I need to remember to buy more. So this is kind of a reminder for myself to buy more Vanilla Komuro, because it's very good tea.
The 3rd floor of the dungeon. After you go through the graveyard and the tallest tower's forest, you'll arrive inside the Golden Castle.
Yeah, would I say something looked like a Dark Souls location last time?
It could belong to another adventurer or to a former resident, now undead.
Does anyone hear that narrator talking?
There's a skeleton.
Oh.
That's a human.
Hey.
The footsteps of people, skeletons, and zombies all sound totally different.
Well, yeah, skeletons for sure. I mean, I guess, yeah, that makes sense. Skeletons would be a little pretty clacky with the bones, right? Zombies would be really draggy.
Golems, magical creatures. made
Golems
from
would have
wood,
very, very
dirt,
large
and
footsteps,
stone,
I would assume.
And humanoid in shape.
Wait.
Before
we
you
eat
say
one
it,
of those?
We are not eating golems. They're 99% rocks and dirt.
Yeah, dirt ain't good
Even
eating.
I can make one of them.
Teach me how.
No.
If she taught you how, we all know what you do with it.
Laios devouring his son.
My base camp.
Oh,
Not much, but makes
interesting.
ourselves to home.
It's his little hidey hole.
Nah, I don't sleep here much. I do my hunting on the 2nd and 4th floors.
Up and down. Okay.
There's not much to eat here on the 3rd. Most of the monsters you find are either rotting away or just bones walking around.
But now that I know the trick to living armor,
we got golems.
all new
Oh
things
boy,
to
they
eat.
are something special. Their bodies are filled with nutrients, and they maintain a consistent temperature and humidity.
Surprise.
You use them as a walking veggie patch? That's an affront to farming!
No, that's kind of cool though.
Bugs are never a problem because they kill them all.
Yeah.
They deal with vegetable thieves too.
Who'd steal veggies off a golem?
Hey, he just said there's not a lot of food around here.
But like any field of crops, they need tending now and again. That's how come I set up my base camp here.
Wow, it's just the easiest access to veggies. That's interesting. Oh, does it come at his whistle? Hi, Senshi.
No way!
What are you gonna do?
Should we help?
Nope.
He just runs in and it just says, there. Good to see you again, buddy. Right? Oh. No, they like it. It's okay. Oh, maybe they don't. I thought they were going to be on friendly terms after all this.
All done. You
Oh.
mind helping me harvest all the veggies off them?
Since the plants live on the golems, are they, like, parasites to them?
Nope.
That's an
it's a
interesting-
symbiotic kind of thing.
Okay.
Once the plants take root, they hold the dirt together and make the golem's bodies stronger.
Okay. That's cool.
Pulling up these weeds.
You'd think Marcel would be super, super happy because this is like the most normal thing they've encountered in a long time.
Now that's a harvest.
Not even a mandrake in sight.
Set the weeds over here so they can dry out. Dead weeds make great fertilizer. These jars are filled with a different kind of fertilizer.
His
I
shit?
give the golem a splash of it.
Oh no, it is his shit, isn't it?
That's how you knew where the golem's cores were. You plant them back each time yourself.
Never plant the same thing in the golem you got it from. Rotating crops.
Crop
keeps the
rotation,
soil
nice.
right.
I'm so tired. That felt like it took more effort than fighting monsters.
I mean, subsistence farming is hard work.
I drank so much water, I need to pee.
Go in the golem. They like it, apparently. Oh, I thought...
Jiro, Saburo.
Oh, what is that? I might have missed who he said those were. Or if that was just what he named the golems. I didn't quite catch what those little crosses were.
Now, let's have a feast of all the stuff we worked so hard to get.
I do like that it just looks like almost like a chalk outline for them.
Got my striker and flint for that.
You don't have to light it that way all the time. It'd be faster with magic.
Makes the food taste funny.
Every time you do a thing the easy way, it dulls your skill for doing it. Convenient and simple ain't the same. This is the last of the basilisk bacon.
Aw.
It's ready.
Ooh. Alright, hold on. Fresh vegetable lunch from the golem field. Stewed cabbage and turnip salad. Okay, with a little bit of a side of bacon. Let's see, potatoes, cabbage. That looks good as hell, actually. And you know, I'm a big meats guy. I've never had an issue with the eating of meat or anything like that. But there's a Chinese restaurant kind of near me that had that I used to like to go to. And one time, almost on a whim, I think we were ordering kind of family style, so everyone was getting something different. I ordered, it was a vegetable dish called Buddha's Delight or something like that. And my God, it was a fantastic fucking vegetable dish. And it looked kind of like this. It had, you know, a good amount of cabbage in it. It had tofu in it as well, some kind of glass noodles. Damn, it was good. But just in general, cabbage, like cabbage soup, kind of, like, since I do see a little bit of broth in there. Looks like a little bit of oil in it, just from what I see, the little the separation between the water and the oil. Probably cooked with a little bit of the bacon fat with the bacon in it. Potatoes, cabbage. I'm going to make a weird comparison. Not the same type of meat that you typically do, but given that the basilisk was kind of chicken-like, I know he called it bacon, but if we kind of assume chicken, similar to chicken, I'm going to make a comparison to the Mexican dish caldo, which, you know, might be, I know caldo is, I don't know if it's a specific kind of soup, but when my wife makes it, she just calls it caldo. There's potatoes, there's carrots, there's cabbage in it. So that's what I'm going to kind of go off of here. I see an onion in there as well. So the stewed cabbage and turnip salad looks fine, but I'm mostly going off of the caldo here. And while I think it's not going to beat out the hot pot, it's close to the roast basilisk. I think I'm going to put where's my pen? I am putting fresh vegetable lunch with basically the cabbage caldo. I'm going to just write down here, right under roast basilisk. Cabbage caldo. Perfect. Because that looks good. I do like that, especially like when you're sick. Get a pot of caldo going. I'm a gringo, so my Spanish is not great, but you know, I try when I can. But yeah, this looks good. I would fuck up a couple bowls of this. Looks good, man. I like this one. Like I said, the salad is fine. I would eat it as well, but the main draw for me here is the soup, which looks great.
This is so good!
Yeah, when you get those carrots to the perfect consistency.
Maybe the veggies taste so good because of something in the golem.
Shut it! I don't care if it walks, it's just a veggie patch.
If a golem's body is 99% dirt, what's the last 1% of it?
Magic.
That's secret.
I got a few chores I need to do anyway.
Yeah, we're basically at his pad, right?
Gonna hit the head.
I appreciate having a nice clean bathroom way down here. It's so much better than your typical hole dug in the ground.
In a dungeon
Oh, no.
where there's a lot of foot traffic, there are designated areas for restrooms.
Oh.
They're always so well maintained. Some of them even have fresh flowers in them. I wonder who goes
Really?
through all the trouble.
A skeleton, probably. A golem.
Senshi?
Rips off a little piece of himself with a
What
flower.
is it?
What are you doing?
I'm gonna fill up my fertilizer pots with the slop from the toilets.
Oh, it was shit.
This is the best fertilizer we have down here.
Why do you go to all this trouble to live down here? No offense, but life's easier up top.
When you do things the easy way, it makes you forget how to do things right?
If I lived up there, who'd keep the bathrooms clean and stocked down here?
He's such a good
When a
dude.
zombie stuck in a toilet, who'd pull it out? Who'd fix the golems if they fell apart?
Aw.
You know, there used to be 10 walking around, but now there's only 3.
Oh, wow.
If they're gone, the monsters from the lower floors would find their way up here.
It's all a delicately balanced ecosystem.
Monsters will force other monsters out of their homes. If that happens, this place will change in a bad way.
God, I just love the amount of thought that went into everything in here.
But I always give something back to it.
Yeah.
Living like that makes me appreciate the dungeon. Makes me feel like when I step foot in here, I'm a part of it all.
He kind of is.
Makes me happy.
He's keeping everything, like, flowing well. No pun intended with the toilet talk.
I don't have to be here all the time. The golems can take care of things for a month or 2.
Okay.
If you folks up and died of malnutrition, I'd feel terrible.
Aw. This is one of those episodes so far I just can't wipe the smile off my face. All right, and on to the next segment.
What are we doing, carrying all of this?
I use them to barter with. My usual customers are down a few floors. We set up a time to meet so they won't be there now.
Are they orcs?
If we can't trade them off, we'll just have to toss them. Oh well.
That is out of the question. We can't waste this food. After all the work it took to grow.
See, now she's appreciative of everybody's shit.
With any luck, we'll find someone on this floor who wants them.
Marcia's like, but I want them. Also, I love that her little staff keeps holding things like the cabbage here, the living armor head in the last one.
Enter.
Oh, a little tavern down here.
Their
Interesting.
customers are adventurers and those who cannot return to the surface for various reasons.
Oh, banished.
And what are we trading today? Vegetables.
Yo, that hard cut.
Sir, just listen.
If you want to trade something, bring gold! Understand? You do know what gold is! Who the hell would want to eat that?
Just meat, right?
You rotten little.
Wine and
You
beer.
treat food like that, I swear you'll get yours in the end.
What are you waiting for?
I thought Marcel was about to do a murder.
Just listen.
Somebody might have done a murder. Oh, fuck. Oh, orcs.
First ones to die are the ones with the weapons.
Why are orcs here? They're supposed to live on the lower floors.
Who cares about that? We have to.
Are they Senchi's normal customers, like I was saying?
What you think you're doing hanging around a dump like this, Senshi? You in a party with this lot?
That's right.
I seen the Red Dragon.
Oh.
The damn thing used to keep to itself. Not anymore. He's been showing up near our village.
Got it.
We got kids and old orcs to take cares of, so we came up to this floor till the dragon left.
You think that could be our dragon?
Tell me.
Wait, there's probably only one red
You
dragon.
think I tell you, a human, where our village is? We're on a supply run looking for food. Appreciate if you'd share that with us.
Sure, be happy to. What you got to trade for it?
Is Marcel
No
about to be
trade.
racist?
Tribe's desperate. We barely got up to this floor alive. You've been a good friend, and I hate to do this, but hand over everything you got right now.
Damn.
All right.
Glad to hear that.
I want to ask you for a favor in return, though.
Oh.
Let me and my party spend a night with your tribe.
What?
Also, you there.
Me?
Me?
Stuff's not
He's
rotten,
pointing right at me.
fermented. Don't you dare throw it away. Bring it.
Tell me you have a plan. Please tell me you got a plan.
That jar I told the orc not to throw out's got yeast in it. Yeast is a leavening agent.
Yes.
And I don't know if you noticed, but the orcs also grabbed every sack of flour in the kitchen. You know what that means?
So we're
don't
gonna
you?
make bread.
No?
We can make bread!
Yay. That's his plan, is just to make bread. This better be the best loaf of bread anyone's ever eaten.
Dad's back from pillaging.
Aw, he's got a little one.
What did you do with that jar of leavening agent? Huh? You don't know what it is, you don't know how to use it, so give it to me! Come on!
This has got him like shaking the
Bread with
cages.
it. Bread! 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 Bread!
Time for your history lesson, kiddo. In the old days, we lived up top, not here in the underground.
Oh,
like the
no.
bugs. Humans and elves like those ones murdered most of our kin.
And they drove the rest of us down here.
I seem to remember orcs did a whole lot of murdering too.
What's that?
Now's
Self-defense.
a good time to add the olive oil.
And to shut the fuck up.
For a long time, we lived in peace, till their kind found us again.
To need, you hold the edge, then smack it.
Senshi just does not give a single shit about any of
They
this.
poured oil in our caves and set fire to it.
That's because your people wouldn't stop raiding the villages of every other race in the land.
We was doing what we had to survive.
All orcs
Desperation,
ever did was
right?
rob and kill and terrorize everyone.
Come on, Marcel, stop it. We're their guests.
Shut your hole, you damn half-fight!
Get your fingers in there and work that dough!
Senshi. That's all he cares about.
Your kind chased my tribe underground. We found this dungeon. And
Oh,
made a
this
hole, and
is-
You come here to steal it.
I'm so glad that Senshi's here to like lighten the mood a little bit.
Why you been so quiet, tall man, huh? Don't you have no opinion on things?
What the fuck did he say? Hold up. He called him, I know he probably just meant to call him tall man, but the way he said it, that was me. He was talking to me. I was not being quiet. I've been yapping away this whole ass fucking episode. Hold up. I gotta go back and hear that again. Holy shit.
Why you been so quiet, tall man, huh? Don't you have no opinion on things? If a body defeats the mad mage that built this dungeon, a body gets to rule the castle. You must be here to get to the bottom of this dungeon.
I just want to eat, man. That's all I want.
But I never thought about it that much.
Typical adventurer.
Yeah.
If I cut down to the bone, you're all the same.
Okay, that does does it? If you're so noble, take over the castle yourself! Or is stealing stuff the only thing orcs are good at doing?
They're just living their lives down here.
I like you. I'm gonna throw you in the fire myself!
See,
Oh.
the only thing you know how to do is violence!
Let it proof some more.
Thank you, Senshi.
And when you open
All right, show us that bread.
We got ourselves some bread.
Are they going to give us another shot of it, or is that all we get?
That bread belongs to my tribe, and we're not giving you any.
Oh, maybe that's why we didn't get the... I'll wait to add it to the tier list after the episode, since it looks like we're kind of
You all made it together.
about to
Why
wind
can't
down.
we all eat it together too?
Aw.
It's not a proper meal if you only have bread. Main dish, side dish, and veggies.
I mean, bread do be good, though.
Your pop said we could stay with your family if we let him have our vegetables. And your daddy's an orc who always keeps his word.
Damn.
Get them whatever they need.
So we're having the same thing again. Oh, maybe we're having just straight up chicken tonight. All right, here we go. Freshly stolen vegetables with chicken in stewed cabbage, best with a stolen loaf of bread. All right. So let's see, with a little bit of everything. Are those pickles there? I don't know how they would have had time to pickle the pickles, but who knows? Maybe they had them. Maybe they stole them from the tavern. Maybe that's the only vegetable they care about in the tavern. So, okay. Chicken and stewed cabbage. Maybe a little German-ish. I know typically beef and cabbage is like a standard German kind of dish, but chicken and cabbage, why not? Seems good. The bread do look good though, I gotta say. Given the fact that I'm gonna base this mostly on the bread, just because that's kind of what we spent the most time preparing. Everything else just kind of got thrown together in a little montage. That bread, I would fuck up that bread. But like Senshi said, you can't have just a full meal that's just bread. I'm still shook over the whole Tallman thing. That caught me so off guard. That's, sometimes, when you watch reactions, a lot of reactors end up making similar jokes at times, right? Like I'm going through Danganronpa and, I'll play a little bit and then there's a couple Let's Plays that I'm keeping up with as well as I watch, and kind of just to re-experience the game, to like formulate theories and everything. And I found that there's like certain moments where like I made a certain joke, and then as I'm watching it, like 2 or 3 other Let's Players made the exact same joke. But that moment where he said, "Why you so quiet, Tallman?" That is something that no other reactor is going to have. Unless there's another Tallman somewhere on this site. I don't know. Point them towards me so we can have a Tallman x Tallman reaction collab or some shit like that. But no, that's a very unique moment. I've never had anything like that in an episode of a show before. That was special. I hope y'all enjoyed that as much as I did. I know that maybe some of you, this might be one of your first. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Is this your first time experiencing the English dub? Did you watch this in Japanese and now you're re-experiencing it in English? Or have you watched both? Did you just watch English? Let me know, because I'm wondering if there are some of you who, definitely saw this in English who are like, oh shit, he's going to hear the Tallman line coming up soon. Or people who are just as surprised as I was, like, hey, wait, that's the guy who's watching the episode and he just called him out. I still just can't get over that, man. That was awesome. But okay, ranking this on the tier list. All right, as good as the bread looks, now I'm going to focus on the main dish, the chicken with vegetables, stolen vegetables. They have to specifically stolen. With chicken in stewed cabbage. So it looks like they took they ate all of what they had at lunch. So I don't know if they remade it. Best with stolen bread. Okay, so I'm gonna sneak this once right above the cabbage caldo, the stewed cabbage that they had earlier, because I think the bread is gonna add a little bit, even though like the soup itself might be the better dish. I think this is equal, if not slightly less, but elevated by like that freshly baked, good ass looking bread. Like that bread's got some shine to it. Those rolls look good. So I'm going to just stick that right above the stewed cabbage that we just had. and I'm just going to write orc bread. So I'll remember what that is. Because technically, this segment of the episode is just called Orcs, right? So orc bread, that's where that's gonna go. And now there's just probably just a couple seconds left on this episode, so let's get back to it, finish it, and hopefully I don't have too long of an outro. I'm hoping this is probably most of the outro, just because I'm still in shock over the Tallman line. Oh, making little tacos with it too?
Whoa, it's good. It's good and spicy.
Oh, it's spicy. Nah, I'm glad it goes up a little bit.
Earlier, you asked why I wanted to get to the bottom of the dungeon. My sister was eaten by a red dragon.
Okay.
And we're just trying to find it. But if you can tell us where you saw it, we can go find it and kill it. We won't go near your village or tell anyone about it.
I hope that after all this, he can trust him, right? Yeah. Look, there's only a single thought behind those eyes, and it is sister.
Hey, get me that map.
Hey, there we go.
We saw it 2 floors down from here, near the living quarters on the west side.
I promise I'll think hard about what to do if I end up ruling the castle.
Opinions may differ, but we can all agree we get hungry. Delicious dungeon food brings folks together. Delicious in dungeon.
Okay, so they're not going to say it in every episode, just most of them. That was, I was a little self-centered there. I said I wasn't going to have much of an intro or an outro because I was so caught up on the whole Tallman thing. But you know what? That was mighty self-centered of me. How did I skip talking about the complex race relations between orcs and humans and elves? I mentioned Warcraft at the very beginning, and while I've never played an actual Warcraft game, I know a decent bit of the lore just from playing Hearthstone for quite a while. That's as deep as I go with Warcraft stuff. So I do know the whole story about the orcs coming from... Now I don't remember where they came from, but they came to... what is the name of the world that they live on that most everything takes place? See, I said I know the lore, but I don't. The orcs came from one place, and they portaled in to the world where everything takes place. Azeroth, that's what it's called. And a big war started because, the orcs needed a new place to live. So I think Gul'dan brought them here, or whatever. Somebody did, right? After they were kind of cursed with the fell corruption, right? That turned them... I don't know. I know bits and pieces of the lore, but that's what basically started the whole Horde versus Alliance thing, and that's kind of one of the biggest, the biggest clash. I mean, sure, there's other storylines and other threats and all that kind of stuff, but Horde versus Alliance is kind of the big crux of Warcraft stuff. So it's basically like humans and elves versus orcs is basically what it boils down to, and we get a little bit of that in here as well, and thousands of years of race relations, and being put very, very bluntly, you guys chased us all down here, and the only reason we loot up top now is because we need to do what we can to survive. I mean, there's real world comparisons I could make in terms of certain conflicts that are ongoing, in which one side is clearly in the wrong and the other side is, just fighting for their own dignity and survival. I think you can probably piece together what I'm talking about without naming any names, but I understand the plight of, or not understand, because obviously I live in America. I live a very privileged life, all things considered, on the world stage, but I at least can empathize with the plight of the orcs here, essentially being treated as like lower class citizens of the world, right? The elves that live for so long, the humans who, share the top world with the elves and just kind of venture down into the dungeon for fun, right? Or for glory or for what have you. Whereas the orcs are stuck down there and have to do what they can to survive. I mean, they have, their own ecosystem food chain troubles that Senshi mentioned in the first half of the episode. That's just their life, right? Adventurers have to plan and prepare and bring their own stuff. this is their life down here. Of course, like they said, whenever, you know, adventurers come down, they do their best to kill them, because if not, you know, adventurers, closed-minded adventurers are going to think, oh, it's just more monsters to kill. Who cares if these ones can talk? These ones are monsters for us to kill and get past so that we can get down to the lower levels, right? So I'm glad that we worked stuff out, at least between our party and them, and at least we built up enough trust that they trusted us to kind of tell us where their village was and where they saw the dragon, because, you know, I think that shot where it just showed Leos's eyes, like, you could tell, like, you know, very, very truthful. That's like all he cares about. That's like the only thought in his head. I think I worded it. This was a very good episode. I think it's certainly less of a hype episode than Living Armor because of all the action in that one and like just the journey of discovering something brand new. Whereas this was stuff that we could kind of predict or think about, or that we've seen in other media being presented in this world, right? Like, anyone can tell you, oh yeah, orcs versus humans and elves. Like, you know, like I said, Warcraft, Lord of the Rings, like a lot of pieces of media have this kind of struggle built into them, right? So that was nothing new, nothing really surprising, but just like how it fits in with the whole dungeon aspect of everything and all that. You know, I like that. And then the first half was just like a feel good, like Senshi just being a really fucking good dude. The renewable resources of the golems, right? How he basically takes care of everything because if he doesn't, the whole dungeon's gonna go to shit, quite literally. You know, it was just a lot. It was just a lot of good stuff. More of a thought-provoking episode than anything, more than big fist-pumping action kind of stuff. This one, you know, I definitely put this one up over episode 2, I would say. Plus the food was better overall. I mean, except for the roast basilisk from episode 2. But I don't think it would surpass episodes 1 or 3 for me. It's more on par with episode 1, I would say, but just the journey of discovery in episode 1, being introduced to the world, kind of leads me to leave it in a higher position. But definitely a lot to think about and consider, and you know, and in the grand scheme of things, we just kind of move on, right? I don't know if we're ever going to see any of these orcs ever again. I don't know, depending on if the dragon is still somewhat close to their village, if we might get, you know, maybe that same orc coming to help us, and hopefully he doesn't die in the process of trying to help us fight the dragon, right? Because obviously we have beef with the dragon as well. They do too, because it's come to threaten their village. So I'm really hoping that our party, in agitating it, doesn't lead it to go back to the orc village to burn it up some more, right? You know, like Senshi said, everything has a cause and effect here in the dungeon, and I hope that that's not one of the effects that our party is going to kind of lead to. But hey, we're still getting started here. Great episode as always. Can't wait to continue on. So what did you think of this episode, dear viewer? I know I asked a couple things earlier to leave in the comments as far as, you know, experiencing the dubs and the Tallman line, but what'd you think of this one? I'd really like to hear what you have to say. And yeah, I think I'm done other than that. So thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you next time with the next episode of Dungeon Meshi. Delicious in Dungeon. Take it easy, everybody.